Welcome to Spurs Vision TV.
Long
Hi
time no
guys,
see.
long time no see. Sorry, been busy at work. But it's a transfer. I mean, it's summer, right? Transfer window time. For me, is that at the moment, what I'm going through is that I'm just sitting back, relaxing, watching what's happening, while the rest of the, the clubs are having their meltdowns on who's getting who and who's not getting who, right? At the
We're
moment,
having mini meltdowns. Lots of names thrown up in the air, and some of them aren't sticking.
but being a Spurs fan, we're used to it. We always link to 3,000 players before the end of the window anyway.
Yeah,
But one thing is good that
Paratici's scattergun approach.
yeah, but the good thing is that we already got three players in early, but we've gone quiet for the past 2 weeks. So a lot of people are just being a bit
But it's still early. We was hoping that the rapid pace that had been set at the start was going to continue, but it is a transfer window. As long as we win the race, it doesn't matter if we aren't sprinting all the way.
Yeah.
So
Let me see how we're gonna do this today. There are a lot of guests that want to join us, and of course, let's see how we're gonna arrange all it. But of course, today, of course, is what I would say we are going to do this. We're going to bring on special guests. Of course, before we bring on the guests and all that, I'll have my say. You have your say. Then we'll bring on the rest of the guests and let them have their say. My say is that I've always been saying we're not going to spend more than 50 million pounds this season. Hopefully, we do, right? But let's see what happens to the Charleston deal.
even with the ENIC supposed 100 million that's been put into the kitty.
Oh yeah, that we won't go there about the money, right? We want to see the money being spent first, right? But let's see how it happens, right? Let me see what's going on here. Okay, guys, being Spurs fan, we're happy. We've got 3 new signings early in the season, right? And now it's gone quiet for 2 weeks, and most of our fans are being a bit jittery at the moment. But of course, what Conte wants is to have his team ready for the preseason. Let's hope we get that done.
Some pundits believe that he's going to get everything he wants, even if that just means positions filled rather than positions filled with the perfect players.
No, there are no perfect players, right? Well, to me, in the end, I will judge the players when they're on the field, right? When they're performing, then let's see whether they're perfect or not, right? Jamie?
Okay, well, there's names bandied about, such as Richarlison, and we've also got the talk that Conte wants Lautaro Martinez and is gunning for him. The most complicated deal at the moment seems to be the dragging of the feet over Jed Spence, and it seems to smack of Levy penny pinching. So
Jed Spence is another smoke and mirrors, right? Jed Spence is a distraction for Levy not to get in the way of Paratici and Conte. So he has something else to do. All right, before we continue, let me bring on a special guest today. He's making his debut on Spurs Vision TV, right? Get ready, Jamie. The music is going to start.
Okay.
Hi, Marty.
How are you, man?
Hi. How are you doing?
I wasn't aware N17 went that far.
It does, mate. It spreads far and wide across the pond, or big pond, actually, isn't it? A couple of ponds.
Yeah. But before Marty get on, let me bring on some more guests on. We have Chris from Leicester fan. Of course, we got King Arthur, right? And of course, we've got Nippon. Nippon is a Chelsea fan. And of course, I've got Harry. Harry is my, how I call compatriot, Malaysian, right? He's a Liverpool fan. Hi, Harry. Hi, Chris. Hi, Nippon. Marty. Yeah, how you guys doing? All right. I know how we're gonna say today is more or less a debut for Aussie Spurs TV, right? Being on here today, and it's a bit late for him there. It's about 11 p.m. at his time there, right? For us in Malaysia and in Manila, it's about 9 p.m. And of course, you guys in the UK, you guys are just getting to your noon time. You guys had your lunch yet?
It's about 1 p.m. there.
2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Oh, 2 p.m. Oh, British summertime.
Yeah. No, summer. Yeah. Okay.
And you may be laughing, but I saw some of the temperatures, and for a couple of days, your temperatures were getting close to Manila. You had a couple of days of 30. I mean, our average temperature is between 30 and 40. So
the key word there, of course, is couple.
Yeah, but you still had them.
But guys,
Why
before we continue, let me bring on another guest, right? Johan is a Newcastle fan. Right, let me see. Is he getting on? Let's see what
Slowly.
happens. Slowly. Maybe he's having some internet connection problems. But let's see how it goes. Right. Well, of course, Marty from Aussie Spurs TV. Just let us know about yourself a bit, right? Since first time on Spurs Vision.
Yeah, why not?
Go
Well, I was born in England. I came out to Australia when I was 12. So as a kid, got to go to White Hart Lane a number of times. Traveled around the country a little bit, watching a few away games. So really, really grateful that I got to go to the old White Hart Lane. Haven't been back to see the new stadium yet, but it's definitely on the bucket list to do so because it looks sensational, even coming through the TV at 2:30 in the morning. But Spurs has been in my family for many, many years, so I've just continued on the trend, and now we're creating more supporters out here in Oz, hence the channel, and loving it. So looking forward to this season big time.
That's good. Right. And of course, Nipun, how are you feeling today?
I'm doing well. I'm actually on my lunch break at college, so I don't have. Well, I have until my teacher gets back, so it could be the whole show. It could be 30 minutes. But yeah, I'm good. We are in the final innings of signing Rafinha from Leeds United. Arsenal thought they had the deal in the bag. It's always nice getting one of your fiercest rival at the end of the day.
Okay, that's debatable.
That's why I get along with so many Tottenham supporters.
That's true.
Because they know how much I dislike Arsenal. Or as I would call them, Woolwich.
Yeah, that's what we call them too, right? Arthur, haven't seen you in a long time. How have you been doing?
All right, my friend.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? It was like touching wood. It was like, bonk.
I'm fine. And
too many woodbines.
As far as the Gooners are concerned, I call them the squatters. They're no North London side. They shouldn't be there. Should go back across the river where they belong. And stick a bomb under them, get rid of them.
Okay, we're not 10 minutes in and you're already talking about terrorism. Okay.
All right.
Oh, that's not the best of it, or worst. But I'm fine actually. And long time no see, Eugene. Pleasure to see you and all these other faces, all newbies, other than Jamie's.
Yeah, no, mine's just shiny.
Well, I've got sunglasses on now.
Yeah, well, no, luckily it's night time in Manila, so the sun won't be bouncing off the bonds. So,
yeah. So,
and, go ahead, Arthur.
No, go on, carry on.
Okay, and Chris, and how you been doing?
Not so bad. I do feel I am here under false pretenses, having a Leicester fan on a transfer show. I mean, I don't think the window's open. I think it's been screwed shut for us. But no, it's nice to be here. Thank you for having me on again. Always nice to talk to Tottenham fans, allegedly. But no, thanks for having me on.
We have Gary Lineker in common.
Suffer unto us, little children.
And Harry, how have you been doing, Harry?
Good, man. It's been a while, but yeah, doing good, man. Enjoying the summer break, a break from football for a change, especially after the busy end of season we had. But yeah, it's been good. Good start to the window for us as well. Very, very active.
Sure? I don't know. Mane.
Very, very active window, and to be honest, I mean, Mane is gone out the door, but watch out for Darwin Núñez, I think, next season.
Mm-hmm. And have you gotten over your Champions League? That
took a week or two to get over, to be honest. But yeah, well, it's fully over with that now. Let's go win it. Let's go win it next year.
Yeah, you guys got to go and win it next year, right? But of course, I guess,
people.
yeah, I guess you miss Ram, right? I would love to get Ram on.
Yeah, I mean,
he's busy, right?
He's moved. He's in the process of moving to Singapore.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So that means the plot Malaysia TV will be plot Malaysia / Singapore then.
Yeah, Malaysia. Singapore,
What time is it there right now, Eugene?
For us?
Yeah, in Malaysia.
9:10. Malaysia and Manila and Singapore, they're all on the same time zone.
Yeah, we are in the same time.
Wait,
zone.
Jamie, you live in the Philippines?
Yes, I've been here since 2014. Before that, I lived in Fry and Barnet. So my manor was Wood Green High Street.
Fry and Barnet. My cousin lives in Hadley Wood.
That's the posh part. That's the fancy la-di-da. So it's where Patrick Vieira's house got robbed.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was either Patrick Vieira or who's the guy that did the skid on the pitch when he played against Man City for the first time?
Adebayor.
Either way, one of the houses got done over.
Yeah, Adebayor played for us too,
Okay,
Jimmy.
sorry, my wife's it's been so long since we've done a broadcast. My wife's wondering who I'm talking to. It's Spurswasian. Okay, so
we're Pornhub.
Hi, Gracie.
no. It's okay. It's lucky I've got headphones on. If my wife had heard you say that, you'd have got the daggers. So.
You want your money back?
Yeah. Let me
not
get
that.
Let me go to the chat for a while. Let me see. Let's see who are the guests that are watching us at the moment. Wayne Bonner, big up to Wayne Bonner. Haven't seen him in some time. We got Wayne, right? Ellie, I've already sent you the link. If you want, please. Ellie. Yeah, of course we got Chris Agamba. Big up to Chris, right? Chris, miss you, Chris too, right? And of course we have Cratch.
Well, of course.
Big up
you say of course. You don't know who Cratch is, nor do I. So.
Yeah,
but Cratch is a new name. Maybe we'll know what that code means. Oh, we've got Canada in the building.
Yeah, Bobby K. Good morning, Bobby K. Yeah, morning. If you want to hop on, you can hop on too, Bobby K.
It will be morning for him. It'll be like...
Yeah, it is morning. He's in Canada now. It's about 10 a.m. his time now. Oh, sorry, 10 past 9 a.m.
It might be 10. Adjustment for daylight savings.
If it's Eastern time, it'll be directly 12 hours. Yeah.
It's probably 9:15 in Canada right now. 9:15 in the morning.
Either way, we've got a global audience. So
yeah, we always have a global audience, Jamie. You keep forgetting that. Of course, let me get to
an active audience, not just the prospect of.
And let's get to Marty. Marty is in Australia. What encouraged you to start up a channel? To tell the truth, I've been trying to look for an Aussie channel for Spurs for such a long time. Yeah, I've been looking high and low for him to something to do some collabs and all that, but I haven't found one. But that's why when I saw you around, when I saw that, your channel was up there, I straight away had to message you. You see, so
who's this guy?
No. I'll link you up with more Australian Spurs fans. So
absolutely,
that will push up your subscription and viewership and all that. We've got Bryce, Shane Black, and a lot of guys coming from. William Kelly, they're all Australian from Australia. So let's see how we can link it up with you. So at least maybe
I think
you guys can.
I've been jumping on panel shows for quite some time, but everyone sort of said, "Look, why don't you just have your own show?" Pretty much the same thing. Like there's not too many shows down this way, this end of town. So after a bit of convincing, I thought, no, why not go for it? It's as good a time as any. So we kicked off the show and we're on our way. I think we've got about 4 videos in so far. We normally go once a week. It's very much more interview based. I love talking to Tottenham fans around the world. Just different perspectives on, game day for me is a 2:30 in the morning, get up and have the neighbors going, what's going on when I'm screaming at the TV. Different countries doing different things. So it's watching. Yeah, exactly. A Burnley 0-0 is an absolute killer, trust me. But yeah, so it's just more of an interview kind of show, but we have people who run their own pods, their own channels. And it's just to get plenty of people's views from around the world. So it's been good so far. I'm really looking forward to developing it.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good, right? And of course, being a Spurs fan, what are your feelings? I mean, I know we are early into the transfer window at the moment now, right? How do you feel about it? I mean, of course, a lot of us have been really happy getting 3 players in even before the first week of the transfer window, right? And all of a sudden now it's gone quiet. How do you feel?
No, I'm happy so far. I just think that I think it was important to get a couple of signings as early as we could, which we did. And I just think now we've just, as much as it's probably a really foreign word for us, we've just got to be a little bit patient, that there's lots of different pots going on, the Paraticis cooking kind of thing. So, yeah, I just think that we started really well. I like the kind of players we're looking for. Some players with a little bit more mongrel, which is what I think we need, a bit more fight out there. But, yeah, I think we've started really, really well. We're always associated with 1,000 names every transfer window, as you said before. But we're actually now really looking for certain positions and the type of player that we want. We seem to be a little bit more direct in there. So no, I'm a happy camper at the moment. I think this week and next week there'll be a fair bit of activity. I think the club would love to get them all tied up. But hopefully by the time I wake up in the morning anyway, hopefully Richarlison's sorted and we can go from there.
That's true. That's true. Ellie, join us. Pick up, right? Once they're ready, right? And of course, Nippon, coming to you, right? Being a Chelsea fan, you have lost most of the core of your defense at the moment, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Sorry?
You've lost most of the core of your defense. Rudiger, Christensen, right?
Look, our biggest loss was Rudiger. Christensen, look, he was okay, but he did have some of his bozo moments as well.
Okay.
But Rudiger was a solid defender for us.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
But the thing is that you guys have not had any movement at the moment apart from the Rafinha thing that's going on now.
Other than Rafinha, we haven't made any signings yet. But I do feel we will sign 1 or 2 more defenders as well as another attacker. That attacker
what about
will be Raheem Sterling, in my opinion.
Well, you guys are going to take Raheem Sterling. You guys are looking at Ousmane Dembele too, right?
If we can get both, we'll have quality. And look, what's missing between us and Liverpool and Man City is that we don't have the squad depth that them other 2 teams I mentioned have. For example, Harry, say if Diaz gets injured. Oh wait, no, you don't have Minamino anymore, do you?
No, we've lost Minamino, Origi. I mean, we sold Minamino. Origi left obviously on a free, and then Sadio Mane is out the door as well. So we've lost 3 attackers actually, but yeah, we've brought in Nunes, and we've also brought in Fabio Carvalho, who's gone under the radar a little bit. But he's a really promising signing. He's a 19-year-old, was one of the top players for Fulham in the Championship.
I forgot about him. But yeah, look, you guys have squad depth. But yeah, I'm all for. Look, to win the league, you need good squad depth, and that's something we've been lacking since the days of since we had your current manager actually, Eugene.
Yeah. Conte. Yeah, Conte.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Arthur, your feelings on the transfers at the moment?
At the moment, I think we've done very well. We've slowed down. Concerns me a bit, and that's where I'm in bed with Brian Daigle.
Easy.
In that, if we don't get somebody by next week, then it smacks of Levyism again, which is what we don't want. There's one thing we don't want. We don't want him interfering like he always has done.
That's true. That's true.
So at the moment, I'm evenly balanced. I think we've done okay so far, but it's slowed down too much for my liking.
But we're never normally this active this early on in the window.
No, but we're not active at the moment because nothing's happening. So we need.
No, but
we
we're still linked.
we need what we need is the speed to continue, the momentum, and it seems to have stalled at the moment. Now Jed Spence is a doubt, you know.
I think that's definitely a Levy Deblance. So
yeah. So that's what worries me.
Right, and of course we come to Chris. Chris, what I've got to say about your transfer window, but at least you haven't lost Tielemans yet, right?
Not yet. It does make me laugh when I'm sit here and I'm like the one fan that's not, if you know, a club that's so-called top big six, and I hear any of you guys sit there bemoaning, "Oh, we haven't got the money. We need a bigger squad." I mean, for fuck's sake, you can buy one player that is worth most people's squad money, and I think this is what gets us with other fans and Nippon. In Chelsea, you bought the title and you bought the cup so many times, and to sit there and say that you haven't got a big enough squad is actually hilarious, because it's Chelsea. You can, I can say, any of you guys can go out and buy one player that is worth as much as most bottom half Premier League clubs' whole team, and to sit there and moan about your squad depth, I think it's quite ironic, to be honest with you.
Maybe higher league results lead to higher expectations, but
maybe they do, but it doesn't stop us laughing at your expectations.
But the Gooners, and no offense to Nippon, but a lot of Chelsea fans, that they've become a bit blasé about it, and it's almost like either expectation or they don't value achieving things that most of the teams in the Premiership would jump at the chance of achieving.
I mean, don't get me started on Arsenal fans. They're a breed amongst themselves, aren't they? I mean,
we're talking about genetics again, aren't we?
Well, I mean, last summer it was like, oh, Maddison is coming, and we can't wait to get Maddison, and he's going to be the best player we've ever signed. And he never went. They're doing it against Tielemans as well this season, so it'll be interesting to see where he goes. Gone are the times when I think a lot of players will move to a club just because of who they are. Yes, I get Liverpool to a degree, and yes, I get Man City to a degree, but it's just, would a player look at going to, I mean, Tielemans has been linked to West Ham today, so would he be looking at going to West Ham over stopping at Leicester? What's his ambition? I would get him going. He wants a Champions League club. If you guys came in for him at Spurs, I'd get it, and it'd be a good signing. But he's not. I mean, I saw a thing today. This is on Talk Sport today. Players would rather sign for Tottenham than Man United at the moment. And you've got to say,
depends on the follow. Yeah.
But
Man United have always got that certain allure, whatever their league position.
Well, they have, but the allure is not what it was, I don't think. The longer Man United go on in the state that they're in, the less their allure is getting. But I just would love so. We've been linked again, as we always are, with loads of people. Del Kateri, I think we're heavily promoted, linked with. Ericsson, apparently we're in for him as well, but then who isn't? It's a bit. Sorry,
Ericsson.
Yeah, apparently we've put an offer in for Ericsson. Be interesting to see.
A bag of Walkers and a pound of red Leicester.
All right, before we continue, let me welcome Johan. Johan is the new kid on the block. He's from Newcastle.
Yeah. He's not new. He's been on before.
Well, man.
I mean, in the big six kind of category,
He's a big seven now.
He can be the big seven.
The big seven.
I am looking forward to Newcastle going in there and smashing that big six, because I think Newcastle can do over the next few years.
The Northern Chelsea.
I mean, I think Newcastle has made some signings at the moment. I think quite bargains. I think we got, and I think the new management's not going to spend silly money, so it looks good, and hopefully we'll
not silly money, Saudi money.
Yeah, Saudi money when you don't have to spend millions, you know.
You can spend billions, right? Yeah. But Johan, for Newcastle, you've already secured Nick Pope. Sven Botman is on the way, right? Is it confirmed yet?
Signed in. It's confirmed today.
Okay, Sven Botman, you got 2 in, right? So
then you got Target on full signing. Matt Target.
Oh, Matt Target, you confirm Matt Target as a permanent signing too. So yeah, because he was on loan from Aston Villa, if I'm not mistaken, last season, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So that means you guys are heading in the right
direction. Yeah, we probably need another striker and maybe another midfielder. We should be all right.
That's true. And of course, let's get to Harry. Harry is actually among us guys here. He's what called highest ranked, right? As a Liverpool fan, right?
He's a winner.
But you've lost Mane. You brought in Nunes. You brought in Diaz in the January transfer window. You brought in Carvalho, right? Carvalho is still not proven yet, correct? Nunes also is not proven because, to tell the truth, we've not seen him play yet at the moment. How do you feel about your window? Do you need any more players to come in?
Actually, I'm very optimistic about the window. I mean, yeah, we've lost Mane, but listen, that attack needed our attack needed a bit of a freshen up, needed a bit of evolution because Bobby Firmino is 30, Mane is 30, Salah is 30 as well. So we needed to freshen up the attack. Diaz has come in January, has been blockbuster. He's 25 years old. Jota came in a couple of seasons ago, 25. Darwin Núñez is about 23 now. I think he just turned 23. I mean, you say he's unproven. Yes, he's unproven in the Premier League, but my word, he had a brilliant campaign in Portugal last year and the Champions League as well. Benfica played Liverpool, and I really liked the way he played. I was very, very impressed with Núñez in both legs, away and home as well. He's got a bit of a Fernando Torres about him. He's not a big, strong number 9. He's strong, yes, but he's not one of those battering rams. He's actually got a lot of pace. He's electric. So he's he's got a bit of Fernando Torres, but likes to run the channels. So he can play down the left. He can play centrally as well. He's great in the air. He's got a good left foot, right foot. He looks the real deal. We've got to watch and see how he settles in the Premier League. But I mean, under Klopp and the coaching staff, I mean, generally we tend to get things right. So hopefully he can develop at Liverpool as well. But no rush. We've got Bobby, Firmino still there, Salah still there, Jota, Diaz still there. So we can actually ease Núñez into the team as well, which is great. Fabio Carvalho, I mean, not proven in the Premier League, but he's one to watch. He was a lot of big clubs were after him. One of the top players in the Championship last year for Fulham. Very Coutinho-like. Great at running with the ball. Great on the turn when he receives the ball as well. He's got a good shot. Picks up a lot of assists as well. So he's one to watch. And we actually signed one more player as well. We've gone under the radar a little bit, but Calvin Ramsey, who's Scottish from Aberdeen. He's a right back. Who plays really on the attack, really good dribbler at right back, got a good cross on him, right foot, left foot. Very promising player, actually. And he's going to be an understudy to Trent as well. So, good window so far. I think we still need one more. Ideally, we get a midfielder, but apparently from sort of reliable sources coming out of the club, we're done for the window and we'll probably look to sign that midfielder next summer. But yeah, ideally, I would like a midfielder to come in, and then we would really have it good. So yeah, I mean, yeah, we've lost Minamino as well. We've sold him. So actually, we signed Darwin Núñez for big money, but we've recouped most of that money. In typical Liverpool recruitment strategy, I would say, but they do a brilliant job. They've brought in players. They've refreshed the squad. The squad age has come down, the average age, and we've barely spent anything. I think we've probably spent a net spend of 10 or 20 after the sales of Minamino, Mane, and also we're going to be selling Nico Williams, for about £15 million as well. So great business all around.
That's good. But let me ask Johan this. Johan, how much do you buy Botman for?
35 million, maybe 40 with add-ons.
Okay. And Botman is actually a center back, right?
Centre half, yeah, centre back, yeah.
I've heard some Newcastle news though. They're going to sign a player called Robin, so they can have Botman and Robin.
Yeah. What
they're bringing one Percy out of retirement.
Yeah. But what Carl Simpson is saying is that he's annoyed, you see, because while we were chasing after Bastoni and Bremen and all that, right, looking at the 50 million pounds purchase for a centre back, right? Why didn't we go for Botman? We were linked to Botman, right? We were linked to Botman last season, right?
Because we've got the Joker in the wings.
All right. Yeah.
Which one? Heath Ledger or
Levy?
Phoenix. Okay.
But,
maybe Cesar Romario, the original.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get to
the fact that I mean Botman chose Newcastle over AC Milan. That's mind-boggling. You know, I if I were him, I would pick Milan since they're champions. You know.
It depends how much he was offered.
Yeah, what's his salary package? That's the big thing, right? If he's getting 300K a week, I will go there too.
Actually, we don't know how much is he getting a week, so maybe that's that.
That's not been released yet. Yeah. But let me get to Nippon, because Nippon might be a short on time before anything happens. Nippon, what kind of defenders are you looking at now, since you lost Rudiger?
Well, we're monitoring. Well, actually, not monitoring anymore. We've put in a bid for Juventus's Matthias de Ligt, and we're trying to offer them Jorginho in return. Now, a lot of people are telling me de Ligt is a bozo. Look, he's young, and young defenders make mistakes. And look, even the best of defenders have made mistakes in the past. Look, Sergio Ramos, I don't know if anyone remembers that game against Man City in the last 16 of the I can't remember which season it was, but he got torn apart by their attack. And
what about your link to Koundé?
Koundé, the links have started coming back. They died for a bit because he was never a Tuchel target, but a board target. But since our board has now changed, the links have died. And I'm actually more willing to get de Ligt, if I'm honest, because he reminds me of a throwback defender, an old school defender, who's willing to go in for the challenge, who's willing to take the reds for the teams if he gets them.
Haven't you also been linked with Koulibaly?
Yeah, we have. His agent is in London as we speak.
Koulibaly, all right, fair.
Yeah, and look, he's just one of Matthias de Ligt. He's just one of your defenders that reminds you of your John Terrys, your Nemanja Vidić's, your Chiellini's, your Ramos's. Just a proper old school, no nonsense defender.
Now, please just asking a question, Nippon. You might be losing Jorginho, right? We are willing to offer you wings for 25 million. We are going to pay you 25 million to take wings.
No, we're going to pay you 25 million to keep him as far away from us as possible.
Sounds like the same thing you were saying about Sol Campbell.
I gather you don't like winks then.
Nippon doesn't like wings. Nippon doesn't like wings. Daniel, I've already sent you the link to the World Spurs tour. If you hop on. And of course, big up to Aaron Dubb, big up brother. Haven't seen him in a long time. All right. a bunch of talking heads here. Yeah, we're all a bunch of talking heads, right? But of course, coming back to all the transfer windows and all that, we are so early in this summer transfer window, right? We have not even gone past the first month. A lot of clubs have already done their business, like what Harry's saying. According to his sources, that what he's read from Liverpool has already more or less said that we are done, right? We're going to go and focus on pre-season training now, right? To build a team, to start the organization and understanding between the players, right? What Spurs fans have been actually hearing from Conte is that's what Conte wants. Remember, before this transfer window came along, what we've been hearing from Conte is that he needs 6 players, a right back, a center back, a forward player, another left center back, left winger, right winger, and these 6 players we've more or less covered maybe 2, and we still need another 4. Of course, we don't count Fraser Foster, right? Fraser Foster is goalkeeper, right? He's more or less an understudy for Lloris, or more or less to play games, when it's not of much importance, right? Maybe in the early parts of the League Cup or the FA Cup, right? And just to give some rest to Lloris. But for us now, we have not still reached the kind of levels like what Liverpool is doing, and we are trying to achieve that. And what Newcastle is doing now, Newcastle has already moved more or less 3 players in, right, to start their season moving, right? And Harry, when is your first pre-season starting?
So our pre-season starts on Monday. It's all done and dusted. The squad is already together. I mean, the squad is done, I think, from what I hear. There may be 1 or 2 more outgoings, but that's it. So ready to start pre-season on the 1st of July.
And you guys are going to America to start your pre-season friendlies?
No, we're actually coming to Asia. So there's a United game in Bangkok, and then they're going to be in Singapore against Crystal Palace as well before they fly. So they're making a tour to Southeast Asia.
And Guguma's excited because Spurs are coming to Korea.
Yeah? You're saying
Harry, I'm asking Harry something.
Yeah, Nippon.
Which part of Australia are you from?
I'm not. I'm from Malaysia.
Oh, you're Malaysian.
Yes.
Yeah. Johan's Malaysian. I'm Malaysian. Harry's Malaysian.
Marty is. Where's my finger going? Marty's from
I'm
Australia.
somewhere.
Yeah. What are you eating?
Your name? I know it says Aussie Spur, but what's your real name?
Marty.
You can call me Marty. Yeah.
Marty. Short for Martin, by any chance?
That'll do. Yeah.
Martin. Okay, Martin. Which part of Australia are you from?
I'm on the East Coast. I'm about 2 hours north of Sydney.
Nice. I've never been to Australia before.
Well, Shane's in Brisbane.
He'd be about 12 hours away in car. So it's a big place.
I keep forgetting Australia's a country the size of a continent. So, well, it is a continent, but yeah.
Australasia is the continent.
Well, Australia used to be a continent on its own, but now they've merged with Asia, so it's Australasia. Right? Easier for them to qualify for the World Cups being in Australasia than being in Oceania.
We need the help.
Yeah, well, but Australia's qualified for the World Cup, right? So Malaysia.
Congratulations to the Socceroos.
We're in. By the skin of our teeth. Penalties. We made it. Peru. We're there.
I've got to ask you, Marty, that goalkeeper of yours, the one that came on for the penalties.
Yep.
I mean, had he got curry powder in his pants or what? I mean, I mean, Dudek for Liverpool in the Champions League. I kind of got that, but I mean, we can't laugh at him because he won the game. You won the game and you threw. But what the hell was he doing? He just looked a joke.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually from his junior football was from my local club, so we've sort of been watching. He played for Sydney in our local league, which is the A League. I don't know if anyone has heard of the Wiggles. They're kind of a band that
I know the Wiggles.
Kids start.
I used to listen to them when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
But guys, before you go on, Harry's got to jump off soon. Harry, any last words? Any kind of expectations for the next season? I mean, I guess it's still early, right? So, what's your feelings?
I mean, we've got to go for the title, isn't it? We've got to go for the title, go for the Champions League, go for all 4 trophies. That's the expectation. I think challenge for everything.
Quadruple again.
challenge for everything again. And then, I mean, good luck to Spurs, man. I think you guys have got a fantastic manager in Antonio Conte this time around. And he's going to get you guys challenging, I think. Depends how long you can keep him and keep him happy. But yeah, the first few signings look good. I mean, Perisic is a great signing. I mean, he's I think he's obviously in his 30s, well into his 30s, but I think he's still got a lot to offer, especially as a wing back. Actually, I think he played left wing back for Inter Milan last season. So I think that's where Conte may want to use him. But very versatile. The one that I was actually surprised about was Bissouma. Because I mean, for no one else to be sort of competing with Spurs for him for like, I think what, £25 million. That was a surprise to me.
He has got some baggage.
That's what I was going to say. That indicates to me he's got some baggage. Actually, the fact that there was no competition for him. But we'll have to. But he's a quality player on the pitch. He's brilliant. So I mean, fair plays, and then. Yeah, so I mean, if you guys get Richarlison, I'm gonna hate you because I hate the guy. I don't like Richarlison at all. So but yeah,
we love it when you hate that guy, right? That means he has got something in him, right, to make you hate him that much. For you to hate him.
He's a snidey player. I don't like him. He's a very dirty player, actually. I mean,
you wouldn't say that if he was at Liverpool, though.
No, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big fan of him. The thing is, he's not that great as well, in my opinion. If you've got Suarez like quality and then you're dirty at the same time, like Richarlison, fair enough, but he's nowhere near. So
but Suarez was a little bit toothy as well.
Yeah. Well, at least he didn't go around breaking people's legs, you know. Richarlison.
No, he bit people in the neck.
So not a big fan of Richarlison, but I mean, yeah, I think you guys would have been better off with Rafinha, actually.
Come on, guys. Come on. We have to get this Rafinha thing out of our head because Rafinha's first choice was never any Premier League club. It was Barcelona.
Yeah.
So his heart is not going to be in the Premier League. So whoever gets him, best of luck, to tell you the truth. Right? And of course, Harry, are you doing any shows lately? Or you guys have
no, we're just taking a bit of a break, man. Ram is moving, like I said, moving to Singapore as well. So a bit of a summer break, but we'll be back soon. Hopefully in a couple of weeks, talk a little bit about the upcoming season, and then we'll obviously do our weekly shows as well. But yeah, hoping for big things this season. Let's see how the season starts. It's going to be a funny old season, this one, with the World Cup in December as well. So November, December as well. So it's going to be one weird season. But let's see how it pans out.
Yeah. So are you going to change your YouTube channel name to Plot Malaysia /Singapore?
We've got to think about it.
No. They can call it simply Malaysian.
No. Jamie, you do not understand the rivalry between Singapore and Malaysia, right? We fight everything.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Or you can call it. Was it? What's the little
Persuasion TV?
What's the little word that you put? No, that's Singaporeans. You could call it "It's a Sin."
No.
A bit like.
Pet Shop
Cheers,
Boys
guys. Got to jump off.
All right, okay, Harry. Take care. Right. Catch you next time.
Really good.
Right, thanks for being on. Catch you next time, Harry.
Bye.
A bit like the Netherlands-Germany rivalry, no? Because they absolutely hate each other.
You don't know about Malaysia and Singapore. We fight about everything. From
wait,
food.
Do you guys and Singapore hate each other more, or do Holland and Germany hate each other more?
It's not about the hate.
Singapore used to be part of Malaysia.
Okay, it's not about the hate. We have history. That's the part thing. What Singapore, Jimmy says, right? Singapore used to be part of Malaysia for about 18 months or something like that, or a year or 6 months.
Doesn't make it sound so heavy duty.
So the history is going back, but we don't hate each other in that way. We fight about things like who's got the best chicken rice.
That was a good trick. Nippon disappeared.
Nippon in school. Yeah. Nippon in school. So we fight about a lot of petty things, right? So that's why if Harry and Ram is splitting up and Ram is moving to Singapore.
Oh, he ducked.
Yeah.
Nippon, you disappeared like instantaneously, and then I realised you ducked below the desk.
Yeah, my shoelace was undone, so I was just tying it up.
Okay, it was a good effect.
Carl Simpson says, Eugene, it sounds like me and my wife, and she's never right, apparently, but rubbish, I am never right. And of course, we've got a young guest joining us now, right? Hi, Dan. How you doing? Aren't you at school?
Dan.
It's summer.
You're the summer holidays. Yeah, I forgot summer holidays there. Dan, meet Marty. Marty Spurs from is the host for Aussie Spurs TV. Any guys, right? Guys in the chat, right? Please go over to Aussie Spurs TV, right, and give him a subscribe, right? Please show big love.
And now we're back. Give us a subscribe too.
Yeah. And to be truthful, I think we are 4 off 300 or something.
Yeah. Bobby K's taken up our audience. Three Spurs boys. Subscribe to them too.
Yeah, subscribe to them too. Subscribe to everybody here, right? And of course, Dan, how you been doing?
Been doing good, honestly. I've been surprised with this transfer window.
He's been the meme master on Instagram and TikTok.
No, but I wasn't expecting us to do business like this. We've only got a few more weeks to the preseason though. So Antonio Conte said he wanted 6 players. 3 more players to come.
Conte did say he wanted his players before the Korean tour.
Yeah, but there was also that quote was also misunderstood too, because it also says he would want most of his players in, and not a lot of people are saying the most. So what I think is going to happen is I think we're going to sign 5 players before the Korean tour, and I think then after near the end of the transfer window we're going to sign 1.
Yeah, and of course, big up to the Queen, Ellie. Hi,
hello,
Ellie.
Hello everyone.
Hello,
Arthur.
Hello,
Ellie, sorry,
Hello,
you that's too close to the Jubilee. We can't call you the Queen for a few more months because it's Lizzie's time right now.
I'm the Queen of Greece anyway, so
I thought he was the Queen of Heuberg.
Yeah, Queen Ellie Heuberg, because he's my favourite player. Everybody knows that by now, I hope.
I guess I gotta call myself Dan THFC Ward Prowse.
Even if we don't sign him.
He's not coming to Tottenham though.
I know he's not coming to Tottenham,
but he still loves him. You can still love players from other clubs.
Yeah,
the way they play, admire them.
But the thing is that Southampton, I mean, ever since the JWP has caught interest of all the big clubs, right, who can put up the money, they put up a £75 million transfer price on him. That has put off a lot of the big clubs, right? I'm sure that even Johan, if you're from Newcastle, James Ward-Prowse, would you want him?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Well, look,
have you got the money?
Yeah,
why not? I mean, look at our front line. Everybody's like a broken glass. We can't get Wilson playing the whole season, and then Dan Burns just a target man. Hardly puts the ball behind the net. So I'll take anybody in, And I mean, midfield. I think he'll be a good addition,
Who do you have in midfield at the moment?
We got I think
Guimarães, right?
You're funny.
Guimarães is the one pulling the strings at the moment, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Pulling the strings, but I think Joelinton was our player of the season. I mean, we paid 40 million for him, put him up right at the number 9 striker, and then when Eddie Howe came in, pushed him to midfield, and everything seems to click. And I think,
we'll sell you Harry Winks.
You were linked to Harry Winks, right?
Yeah, we were linked, but I think Trippier is enough.
I can see a link. I can see a bit of a pattern going here.
Apparently, Sevilla were also linked with Harry Winks.
That's actually what I think would be best for Harry Winks. I think Harry Winks cannot play in the Premier League. I think he has to go to a league like Spain.
Yeah.
I actually think at his best, he's a good player. You saw what he did against Liverpool. He has it. in him. But I think to get his full potential, he has to get out of his comfort zone, being Tottenham, and go to Spain.
You're talking about cakes. Making me hungry.
I agree with that, Dan.
Yeah. But before we continue, Chris, you're going to have to make a move soon, right? So.
I'm going to go at 3. I'm going to do the hour. Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know your thoughts on the transfer window for Leicester. If there is, are you doing any? Are you linked to any people at the moment?
Apart from Harry Winks, do you want Harry Winks as well?
Harry Winks? We'll do your deal. If you take Perez off us, we'll take Harry Winks off you. I mean, for Leicester, I think it's a season that a window, that is important about who we keep as much as to who we sell. If Tielemans goes, he goes, and I'd sooner him go now. At least we can get some money for him. If he's not going to go, at least sign an extension so that we're not letting you go for free next season. That's what Harry Maguire did, and look what money we got for him. You read. It depends what you read. You can read today. You can read in one paper he's leaving, another paper he's supposed to be signing an extension. But we're tying players down. Luke Thomas, we've tied down. Ricardo, the right back, we've tied down. Fofana, the defender, we've tied down. And the latest one is Kieran Dewsbury Hall. I mean, we've just tied him down on a 5-year deal, and he's going to be some player when he grows up. Well, he grows up. He's 24 now, but I mean, we're trying to get rid of a few. Soyuncu could be going to Inter Milan. Why is the question? But if he goes, he goes. Obviously,
because Harry Kane put him on his bum. That's why.
No, that wasn't Harry Kane. That was Bergwijn. No, when you guys won under death.
Yeah. But the first goal that we scored that game, Kane absolutely toyed with Soyuncu.
Yeah.
He cut inside. Soyuncu went to the ground, and then he put it to the side.
He's a good defender, though. He's a very good defender. Apart from that,
this season's been really tough.
But Chris, you guys have a lot of right wingers, right, in your disposal.
No, we don't have enough right wingers. That's the point. I was just going to come on to this. We had Ademola Lookman last season on loan, and we'd had Genghis Under the season before on loan. We didn't keep Under, and I think we made the right decision there because I don't think he was as good as he thought he was. Lookman is a brilliant player. He can play right, he can play left, he can play, behind, as a just off Jamie Vardy. Why we haven't put an offer in for him? Apparently, he's 15 million. For fuck's sake, we paid 15 million for Vestergaard from Southampton, and he's a load of shite. I mean, Lookman, he scored against Liverpool. He should be the first signing. We had him on loan. We've got an option. We've got first choice to buy him. I don't know what we're doing. We're just messing about, and we just seem to be missing out on everybody we're being linked with. But the big story is obviously going to be Tielemans, and if he goes and where he goes to. And he said he wants Champions League football, which is why I'm surprised he's even considering Arsenal. Why I'm surprised West Ham and Man United, he might, have come in for him. I thought you guys would come in for him. I really, really did. But, we will see. It's a long window.
But don't forget, Chris, we were actually linked to him before he went to you guys, right? 2 years ago, something like that.
Who's this?
Right. Tielemans. Yeah, we were linked to Tielemans before he went to Leicester.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, if you feel like you're missing someone in the midfield, you could always have Harry Winks.
No,
like I said, if you take Perez off us, we'll take Harry Winks off you.
No, guys. We're saving Winks, right, for Richarlison. All right, that's part of the deal. Winks has to go to Everton for Richarlison.
Oh, come on, that's not fair on Everton. Come on, they had a bad season. It was. Just do that to them.
I don't know. But no, I think Delhi will be happy. Delhi's going to get a mate there. right? So
I do not understand this transfer window, honestly, bro. Like, it's like Tielemans saying he wants Champions League football, and then everybody else saying that he's gonna go to Arsenal is the funniest thing.
Yeah, I don't get it. I think the problem is that at the end of last season, he was on a high. You know, he'd had 2 good seasons with us. You know, he'd scored a wonder goal in the FA Cup, and this season he's not had a good season. But then the whole team's not had a good season. You know, we've had injuries upon injury. And it's amazing how many teams are interested in a player when he's in a winning team. When he's in a team that's not doing quite as well, suddenly all these offers seem to disappear. And I think that's what's happened with Tielemans. Brendan Rodgers has got a bit of a reputation as being a 2-season manager, and the 3rd season people get rid of him. Teams get rid of him. But nobody's given him a 3rd season, and that's the problem. You can't tell what he's going to be like if you don't keep him. He needs to do a rebuild. He said this himself, which is probably why us Leicester fans are going mad about the transfer window. But yeah, I mean, he's in. He's coming to us on a 5-6 year plan, and if we get rid of him now, basically we've wasted 2.5 seasons. We might as well, we're getting a new man. Every time we get a new manager in, they start again. You know, he gets, I don't want this player, and he doesn't suit my style of play. So we've wasted 2.5 years, if you like. Yes, we've won the FA Cup in that. Yes, we've got the European semi-final.
I know, but we are Spurs fans. We are used to it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, we the bad of the season we had, and everybody expected us to do better because we'd finished 5th for 2 seasons, but we finished 8th, which was 1 point off European football. We won the English Super Cup / Community Shield. We got to the semi-final of a European competition that some teams got thrown out of. It wasn't overall a bad season for Leicester.
That's true.
Chris, can I ask you a question? Do you think your club made the big mistake sacking Ranieri?
No, he had to go.
Right. Just to get your opinion. It's nice to hear Leicester fans' opinion.
Straight answer there.
Guys, my teacher's back, so I've got to go now.
Right,
could you plug my channel on the live chat?
Sure. I'll, this is the one, right? You put it in, right? All right.
Yeah.
NS Sports TV.
Yeah, NS Sports TV.
NS Sports TV. Let me put it in live chat for Nippon. Guys, if any of you guys, hold on, let me see how to do this. I'm really bad at this. Just hold on. Let me see how to do this. Save link, copy link. Yes, copy link address.
Everybody subscribe.
Yeah, please join Nippon. Nippon is one of the best Arsenal haters from Chelsea, right, guys? And you guys,
a lot of our fans despise you guys more, but I actually hate Arsenal more.
Well done.
Yeah, we could tell that a lot of our Chelsea fans love Arsenal. Actually, Chelsea and Arsenal are gonna get married in a few weeks. If you saw the performance they had last season, trying to get them out of the top 4.
Nah, what we did on that day was look. Tuchel is Arteta in. If this is one thing I'll say before I go, Tuchel is Arteta in, so he knows if Arsenal win that game, Arteta stays for another 10 years. So he just
Nippon, something just hit my window. I think it was Steppa's penalty.
Dan, they put a ring on it, didn't they? They put a ring on it.
All right, Nippon, take care. All right, take care. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. And Marty, put your channel into the private chat so I can put it up into the comment section.
Well, it's in his window. You can just type it.
Yeah, that's it. Aussie Spur TV. That's it.
Yeah, Aussie Spurs everywhere. TV. If you put it on YouTube channel on the private chat, right? I can put it up. They can just click on it and they can just subscribe straight away. And all you guys here, please go and subscribe to Marty's channel.
Have.
Yeah. Aussie Spurs TV, right?
Well, Chris, to be honest, with your transfer window, I actually wouldn't be too worried. Leicester City's recruitment is world class, in my opinion, and I think you guys will get through it. You guys have really, really good recruitment.
Yeah. The problem is, and you're right. We have had some, we've got some wrong, but on the whole, we've got it right. But we haven't got a director of football in at the moment. So we have got a director of football. We haven't got a transfer guru, as they call them, in at the moment. We've got one coming in from Southampton, but they don't want to let him go, so they're not letting him go till the end of the transfer window, which
defeats the object.
Yeah, exactly. And if you leave Brendan Rodgers to make his decisions, we get players like Ryan Bertrand and Yannick Vestergaard. So yeah, we are a little bit worried. But just quickly before I go, just to answer your question, Queen, about Ranieri. When Ranieri came in, Italian journalists were saying the thing with Ranieri, he always has a good first year, and then it always peters out a little bit. And when he came in, he was very much riding on the back of Nigel Pearson's Great Escape. You know, there was a buzz about us, and that when we did that, we'd won 3 or 4 games all season, and we won 7 of the last 9. Not saying that Pearson would have won it, but Ranieri did sort of ride on the back of that. It was as much Pearson's title as Ranieri's. But then he started, once he'd won the league, and don't get me wrong, I love the guy. I'd have his babies, tomorrow. I love the guy. But he'd got us into the relegation zone within 4 months of us winning the league title. His signings were awful. So, yes, unfortunately, he had to go. But like I said, I will love him forever and a day.
All right, Chris. Are you doing any shows lately?
I've got a show coming up tonight. Funnily enough, a transfer show at 6:00.
It's those sticky ones you put in your arm and you lick your arm and transfer.
Yeah, one of those. We're more likely to get one. At 9:00, I've got a quiz, which is Everton versus Liverpool. So it's a Merseyside derby quiz. And tomorrow, I'm doing a show at 9:00, a debate show on is taking the knee, has that made any difference or not?
Oh, that would be a good one. That would be a really good one.
Yeah. But thanks for having me on, guys. Good luck to you next season. I think you've got a great manager in there. And to be honest with you, I think this could be Spurs' season. I think you could do really well.
Yeah. And thanks for being on, Chris. Catch up with you next time. Bye-bye.
Anytime, mate. All the best.
See you, Chris.
Bye-bye. Take care, all. See you.
Take care. All right. And now we're down to 6. And Ellie, I think, just dropped off for maybe internet connection problems. People will hop on again later.
Well, she was charging her phone, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe a phone. Yeah, her phone. She's been having problems with her phone. And let's get to Johan. Johan, Newcastle, Saudi money. You've bought more or less 3 players in now, right? And your team is moving in the right direction. What are your expectations for next season? Are you think you're going to break in the top 6?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to go that far, but top 10 would be a good start, and maybe we get the Carabao Cup, cup at least.
You want a cup?
Imagine the scenes of Newcastle win a cup before Spurs.
Imagine. It'd be either full of brown ale or fish and chips.
Yeah.
Imagine being a Newcastle fan, right? The first thing you go for, you want a cup, right? We've been here sitting for 21 years, still waiting for that cup.
Listen, I've never lived to see a trophy.
We trust Levy out.
I've never lived to see a trophy. What does a trophy look like? I've never been born to see either my national team or my club win a trophy.
Dan, just spray your face silver and hold on to your ears. That's what a trophy looks like.
I can tell you one thing, Dan. It's a phenomenal feeling.
Yeah.
Out of all the cups Spurs have won, there's only 3 I haven't seen. All right? And I saw the double. Brilliant.
But that's when you've been drinking too much.
There's
a 1, there's a 2.
But no, Arthur more or less has seen it all, right? Arthur's seen it all.
Yeah.
Right. I think Arthur will be elated if he sees the Champions League being lifted up. Right? What are the cups? What are the cups that you haven't seen yet? You've seen the FA Cup, you've seen the League Cup, you've seen we lifting the first division at that time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the Champions League, Club World Cup.
I mean, I'm not that ancient. It was the earlier cups. They already had a head start on me.
Yeah.
But most of the fun most of the cups were during the 60s, 70s, 80s, you know, and then the last real good one was the 91 Cup final. Yeah. That was phenomenal.
Got some good news. Got some good news. Just as Aaron has indicated, Marty now has hit the 50. So
yes.
Thank you very much. Beautiful. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Just keep accelerating. Boom, boom, boom. 100, 200.
1,000. We're going 1,000. That'll do.
Yeah.
That's half the population of Australia.
It is. It is. It is. And I'm going to get every single one of them.
Yeah. But as we go on, right? I mean, Nippon is not here. Of course, Harry is not here, right? More or less at the moment now, our expectations, of course, we want Conte to have what he needs, right? And a lot of our fan base are already jumping up and down with the first 3 signings that we brought in. And all of a sudden we turned cold, and now they are getting a bit more skeptical about what's going to happen. But we have 1 more week, right? If Richarlison deal gets through, I'll be happy, right? But what the thing is that we're saying we brought in a forward to cover for Son and Harry and Kulu, right? Or Deki. But the thing is that we still need that right wing back. That is so important because we can't rely on Emerson or Doherty, right? And of course, I don't even want to go into the Jet Spence deal, right? Which is it smells of a Levy hand in it, but maybe that's a distraction for Levy to keep himself busy and not meddle in other things which Conte and Paratici is doing, right? But for us at the moment now, as I see it, we are heading in the right direction, but we still have to stay calm. We have more or less 1 more week to see what happens, right? And for most of the things that's going to happen is a lot of players that come in. Even I've been saying, Haaland coming in for Manchester City, it doesn't guarantee that he's going to explode onto the scene. We do not know that.
Man United, that worked out well.
Yeah. Ronaldo, Man United. Hold on, guys. I got a very special guest joining us. Bobby. Hi, Bobby.
Have your feet touched the ground yet?
No, James. No, mate. You know, who would have thought when I sat down for a morning poo that I'd have the great Gary Mabbott ring me up?
Hopefully not at the same time.
And then what's literally 10, 15 minutes later, I'll be doing a live stream with him. Absolutely brilliant. True gent, true legend.
Oh, this is talking about the internet regards live stream, not the
that was a bit of a live stream game.
Hi, Jim. Yeah. Hi, Bobby. Meet Johan. Johan's a Newcastle fan from Malaysia.
Johan, you're all right, mate.
Yeah. Yep. And of course, Marty's he's got Aussie Spurs. I was talking about.
Big up, mate.
You too, man.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a Castlemaine Forex about Arsenal.
Okay. Rightly so.
Does anybody? Exactly.
No. Big up, Arthur. You all right, mate?
Yeah, Bobby. You?
Yeah, good, mate. Good.
Great show this morning.
Yeah, mate. Like I say, absolutely unbelievable. But yeah, great to be on this show after quite some time.
Yeah. We needed to ground you somehow.
Yes.
Bring you back down to earth.
No, from one legend to another, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, legend and, in our case.
And Arthur as well.
Don't forget our youngster over here.
Legend in the making.
I'm waiting for Kim to come across with her arm after saying that to your dad.
Be up, Dan.
Yeah. So you can imagine how I felt when he phoned me on my birthday at 8:45 in the morning. Hello, Arthur. This is Gary Mabbott.
Unbelievable.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. A gentleman in the truest sense of the word.
Absolutely.
That's really cool.
And a great footballer.
Yeah.
And I was like earlier what saying on Bobby's show is that it's a good thing to hear that Mabbott is still in contact with Gaza, right? And he says Gaza is doing well and he's doing okay. That actually brings a very warm feeling to the heart, right? And for us guys who are in that generation of the 80s, 90s era, right? Gaza did bring a lot of joy to us, right? So that's a good thing to see that it's doing well.
That wouldn't be me.
No.
And obviously, Arthur was around the 20s. He was there when the club was formed, so he's got the most memories.
Yeah, but you're not too big for a thump, you know.
And Bobby,
he's got a remote thump. He's got his daughter next year.
Okay, yeah. Bobby, any questions for Johan since being a Newcastle fan?
I don't know. I don't know how serious you guys have gone. I mean, I did a whole stream with regards to the ownership, what our thoughts were. Were we being hypocrites? Because, I mean, you got the Tottenham Hotspur Trust holding a protest against the ownership of Newcastle. I mean, how about looking at our own ownership? But that's a whole different conversation. But, Yona, are you bothered about my personal opinion? I couldn't care less. And that's, I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but just because I support my club, I can differentiate between supporting my club and the owners. I don't support my owners at the moment because I think there is a lot more they need to do. Hopefully it's set in the right direction, but I'm Spurs through and through. If someone asked me the question, if an Arab owner came to Spurs, would I be bothered? Just because I support the team and I'm happy for the money to be invested into our team, doesn't mean I agree with the whole human rights issues that's going on in Saudi. But where are you with it, Johan? Where are you with regards to the ownership, the morality of it? Should there be a question of morality with it all?
I don't know. I'm just keeping it purely just to sports, you know, and yeah. I mean, of course, owners, they come and go. Some of them have dubious backgrounds whatsoever. But as long as they keep it clean and, you know, the football clean and whatever they do privately separate, I'm totally fine with it. And I think it also, I mean, same with you know, Chelsea. I mean, they got the Russian money coming in, and then you know, there's some of the tycoons out there, you know, who are buying clubs for fun, you know. I mean, some of them are just really dubious backgrounds, but I mean,
that is exactly what I said, Johan. If you delve into every ownership, be it American, be it British, be it Chinese, be it, you'll always find an issue with a human rights issue or of some sort within any ownership. So, hence the reason why I asked, are we being hypocrites?
No. I think as long as the owners don't interfere and you know, just give the football people a free hand at how to run the club, I think it's totally fine with me.
Yeah. And just one question, if you allow me, Eugene, to Marty. Yeah. How, Marty, how big, and it's a generalized question, I suppose, how big are Spurs in Australia?
We're getting there. It was one of those places when I came out here in 81, 82, and the only Premier League shirts you would have seen or First Division shirts were either Manchester United or Liverpool. That's all you saw everywhere.
Well, yeah. Understandably, I suppose.
We then started getting the games live. We started getting the games live through the pay TV, and word started to spread. And, you know, a few people said, oh, you know, who's this team? Who's that team? I'm wearing my Tottenham shirt everywhere. So it's like, oh, yeah, who's that one and who's this? So, you know, these days I think that the football fans in Australia are a lot more educated than they were. We know the teams. We catch up on things like, you know, the YouTube channels and the podcast. And I think, you know, that there's really starting to be – Tottenham came out, I think it was 3-4 years ago. We went down to see him play Juventus down in Melbourne. And
pre-season,
even I was surprised. There's Australia Spurs, like the supporters clubs. There's one in Sydney, Melbourne. So there's a fair few. It's starting to build, which is great. But I definitely think the advent of pay TV really brought that in to be able to watch the games live, albeit, as I said before, 2:00 in the morning. But you can do it, and you can support your club, and you've got fellow mates who do the same thing. So it's building up pretty well.
Wouldn't there be an underlying support anyway that just maybe got clouded over by cricket and rugby because historic teams that came over with the families that came over generations. There was always going to be a
look, yeah. When we first came out, Australia played England in a friendly in Sydney, and we went, oh great, we'd only been out here for about 3 months, and we did not recognise one player that came out with England. Like, it was just like, who's that? And he was from the 2nd division here and 3rd division here, because that was the kind of promo that was happening at the time. It was kind of like, I guess all the bigger players said, bugger it, we're not going over to Australia, we're going to stay here. But I think since then, I mean, even this year we got, I think Man United are coming back out. The Liverpool coming to Asia, and they've been out here as well. It's really starting to get a real big foothold. And I think the emergence of our own league, like the A-League, has been going 15, 16 years. The passion behind the football is kind of like, oh, is this what it's about? It's not on the same scale, trust me. But, it starts the conversation and it builds the interest. And, you can't ask for more than that.
Brilliant. And you mentioned the A-League. How... what's the level of the players that are currently playing in them? Is it getting better by the season? Can you see many more?
Yeah.
Because some good Australians have come over to the Premier League and made a name. Cahill, a Nelson. Nelson was it? I can't remember.
Yep.
Someone. Forster.
And others, yeah. No, there's we've had the odd player going over. Definitely in the other parts of Europe. Definitely got players over there.
Yeah.
Most of our Socceroos team is all based all through there now. Even went through Scotland. Tommy Rogic went up to Scotland. He was with Celtic. Played up there. We've had guys over the years, Lazaridis, who went through. Even Robbie Slater, when Blackburn won the comp, was playing with Blackburn. So we've always had players coming through. But, the A-League took off, kind of shallowed it a little bit. And I think it's probably just coming back again. But, we're starting to get a few players come back over again, a few rumours of some guys who may be, looking for somewhere else to retire. But they've jumped over. So, we need the names more than anything else, to be honest, because then people can relate to it and say, oh, yeah, he used to play for him and he used to play for him. So the quality's okay. It's I'd probably say bottom 1st division, mid 1st division. It's definitely not Premier League, but no, it's good to be able to go out with your mates and watch the football. It takes me back to White Hart Lane days a little bit, even though I was a kid. But it's good to get out there and watch it. But not quite the same as 60,000 at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, but we'll get there one day, right?
We'll get there. Sorry, Dan.
Yeah, I've got some breaking news from Sky Sports. Liao, a Tier 1 source. Tottenham Hotspur are in talks over a loan deal for Barcelona's Clement Legnet, but he is not their only center back target. Torres, Guardiola, and Bastoni remain targets. Bastoni is still a target for Tottenham.
Yeah.
You know what, Dan? We've heard 3 different stories this morning with regards to Longley already. First of all, we were close to signing him. Second was we're moving away because he's not answering his phone. I'm paraphrasing, of course. And now we've just had this. We're close to agreeing personal terms. I don't know, man. It's what, 20 past 3 in the afternoon, and I think he's 894th player we've been linked to so far today. So we'll get there. Big up, Aaron. Nice to see you on stream again, mate. Are you all right, bud?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. There's just a couple of things that enticed me to come on. First off was the ethical debate, which we probably don't want to go into here because I kind of oppose your point of view, Bob.
Yeah.
Although I know they're all a bunch of villains, but the other thing is the Australian A-League. I was there. I lived in Melbourne from 2003 to 2008, so I was there for the formation of the A-League, and I was a big Melbourne Victory fan. I went to, a lot of their home games, and I love them. Yeah, and now they've got players like Falami coming through, who I think is a potential brilliant talent. We've got the manager of Celtic, who's doing a great job up there. I'd love Falami to go over there. And I know Australian football's gone through a massive dip, but they've got the World Cup, man. And this is the type of thing that will bring it back again. And the atmosphere in Melbourne for football is intense. It's amazing. It's brilliant. And the intensity. You've got the 40,000
sporting capital for sure.
Oh, it's amazing, man. I loved it. You know, it was brilliant. You know, for me, I grew up in Ireland, obviously, but I've lived all over the world. But I mean, I lived in Munich. I used to go to Bayern Munich games, but you know, and my uncle used to bring me to Tottenham games. I used to go to Irish League games, and I went to games in Australia. And I got it, man. When the A-League formed, there was only about 10 clubs. I know there's a lot more now, but it was fantastic. It was really good fun. It was great atmosphere, and even now, I know you know, I mean, Melbourne didn't get the double this year. And the nice thing about the A-League is you can get to stream, you can get to watch all the games live on YouTube. If you're willing to get up at 10 a.m. in the morning or 9 a.m. in the morning, they're actually shown for free on YouTube, man. And it's a decent quality league. Yeah, but again, like I said, it did dip, but it's on the bounce back up. And the one player I want over to see in England or in Scotland is Falami. I think that guy is raw. You know, he's got serious ability, and I hope he gets brought to the World Cup. Because yeah, he's a decent player, man. Sorry, lads, to sidetrack you all there with the Australian stuff, mate.
Usually can have his show back now.
We can have a fair income chat, mate. It's fine.
Oh, fuck off, you bogan.
That is the best,
mate.
Welsh accent I've ever heard, Aaron. Well done, mate.
Every time I do an accent, you either say I'm either Aussie. When I do try and do an Essex accent, you say I'm Aussie. You now try and do an Aussie accent, you say I'm Welsh. Oh dear, I'll just do Jamaican from now on.
Jackie da.
But
it wasn't bad, mate. It wasn't bad at all.
Okay, let's come to the expectations, right, of the next season, right? Especially for being like just now I was talking to Johan, right? You're saying that you're looking to break into the top 10, and to win a cup, at least a Carabao Cup, right? To bring back a trophy to Newcastle, right? Aren't you looking a bit higher? I mean, are you there for more or less the process of the whole thing, that it takes some time to build a team, and then by the time you build a proper team, then maybe you get an elite manager to come in to bring you to the next level, or you just want Eddie Howe to bring you all the way there?
I think it's a process, you know. So I mean, we know we might be the club with the richest owners on earth, but we're not going to get every superstar, and then not everybody wants to come to Newcastle. So I think let's take it a step at a time and build on it. Yeah.
I think you guys can finish in Conference League spots, though.
Sorry?
I think you guys can finish in Conference League spots.
top seven. I think, it's going to be a case of waiting until the end of the transfer window, isn't it? In Pope and Botman, I think you got two brilliant signings. I really do. Yeah. I think they're going to improve your first 11. They are first 11 players. But I think you add about 4 or 5 more players, which you're quite capable of doing, and along the same quality of those or better quality than those. Yeah. I think at the end of that, you'll be able to kind of gauge what kind of what you want from the season. Yeah, I think your ambition will reflect what kind of transfer window you have. So, mate, in Botman and Nick Pope, when you look at it, a Perisic, a Basuma, a Botman, and a Pope, these are the type of players that Man United should be looking at.
Yeah,
they're not a De Jong. De Jong, of course, is a World Cup, but I guarantee you these 4 players would make Man United better. Will they go to the Champions League or champion title challenges? I don't believe so. But these are the kind of players that United should be looking at, and usually will know I do have a love or respect of Man United, because they're the team that I wanted Spurs to be like when I was growing up. So there is a soft spot for Man United, and it's weird how the likes of a United aren't looking at these players and thinking these are the players. They seem to be going for the name rather than the qualities. So for me, man, Pope and Botman has already been 2 really good, probably 2 of the best players apart from ourselves who have been bought by the Premier League team. So onwards and upwards.
But Bob, would you not have? I'm sorry, Johan, to interject there, but I always have this worry that if a team wants to bring in 6 or 7 players in a transfer window and expect them all to gel and it all to just happen all of a sudden, it's naive. It doesn't work like that. Teams, teams need, they need time to work together, to develop, and that doesn't even happen, just because of a pre-season. And I fear for the same thing with Tottenham at the moment, because everyone wants 7 players in, 7 players out. But it's not all just going to click into place like a piece of Lego.
No, but Aaron, it depends on what kind of players to get rid of. If you keep your main core 11 to 13 players there, right, and bring in 7 new players or 6 new players, right, to merge into that core of players, then there is a smoother transition. You get what I'm saying? But at the moment now, let's say you're going to sell your main players and remove and replace them with your main players, like what Manchester United has to do now. They have lost Pogba. They're going to lose a few more other players, or are they going to have enough players to come in to slot in and gel with the players? But let's say, for example, Newcastle. If Newcastle sells something like St. Maxima, Joe Linton, right, and a few more of their other players, right, and then they bring in new players, then they will have a harder time to gel. But if they just add on to their players that they have and maintain their core players, they can go far.
I think it's reflective of where they go as well, Eugene. And I know what you're saying, Aaron. I totally agree, mate. If there were 6 or 7 players going into a Chelsea or a Man City or a Liverpool or even a Man United, they haven't got time to gel. Whereas, and this is no disrespect to Johan, but 6 or 7 players into a Newcastle team, who would be, you assume by the money that they've got, would be quality players. They've got, and Johan himself says, I'll be happy with the top 10. 6 or 7 players into a Newcastle United, where they'll all have time to gel and still be happy with the top 10 finish, I think will be okay. I agree with you. If we had 6 or 7, 8 players coming into the Spurs, we're not ready for that. We should be looking beyond that, especially after finishing top 4 under Conte. I believe if we do get 6 players in, they won't be going into the first team. They'll. That's Levy on the phone. Yeah, I think Newcastle can afford to not only bring 6 or 7 players in, but give them time to gel. Because if they gel, be it a third through the season, they'll still finish top 10, which is acceptable from a.
Hang on, why am I hearing somebody's phone call?
It wouldn't be for a United or anyone else, mate.
Hold on, phone call from. I hope everything.
I thought it was Kuva calling, saying, "Why the hell am I not on this show?"
yeah. Or
send Kuva the link. Hi, Ellie.
Again.
Sorry, I had the delivery.
Oh, okay.
My table came.
Oh, I thought you were going to say. We got Bastoni and he was just delivered, Ellie, or something like that.
I wish. I would have given him a lovely pizza if he came in.
There's no pineapple on it, right?
All right, let's make a move, and all the best to Spurs, and have a good.
Oh yeah, Johan, take care. Of course, Johan doesn't have any channel because I've not seen any Newcastle tune or any YouTube channel in Malaysia at the moment. But don't worry, I'll always be here for you guys to have a platform to have a chat. Right, guys? Johan, take care. Right, bye.
Nice one. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, we're all Spurs now.
All right. Well, then, can I just address
Spurs?
Guys? Can I address Scotty's comment in the chat there?
No.
I would gladly integrate 6 or 7 quality players over keeping crap players just because they have been there. That was not what I was saying. I was saying it's hard to integrate 6 or 7 new players. We've tried it before. They don't always adapt. It doesn't always work out when you bring in that many players. You know, and I was actually referring to Newcastle at the time, and I didn't get to actually finish my point about Eddie Howe being the manager. If they've got money and they're bringing in big name players, is Eddie Howe the manager they want? And I earlier suggested in the comments maybe somebody like Poch would have been might be a better potential manager for them. But Scott, I know we need that many players, and I know we need that many players in and out. But it's not fucking Lego, mate. You just don't piece the blocks together and it all fits together. Like teams take time to develop that.
I'd rather sign really good players
Aaron.
and wait a one season of
agree with you.
average and then next season be really, really good than keep those same players. And
I agree with you. No, I want the players out that are rubbish. I mean, I could list you 7 players I want out right now, but and and the positions I want in.
While all this is happening, okay, while we are so eager to get players in, somehow or another we've like forgotten about getting rid of players that we don't need, right? But of course, we have such a long, we still have such a long time before the transfer window closes. It's September 1st, right? If I'm not mistaken, or is it August 31st? Is the last August 31st? That's the time limit for the closing.
I think it is actually, yeah.
August 31st, something like 11 p.m. BST or something, right?
Yeah, some ridiculous time.
Yeah. for transfer window to
But
close.
there's no interest in the players we want out. I mean, go through the youth, right? I know, Bob, you're going to do a show about it, but we want Piscocci, Ryan Hill, Troy Parrott, Dane Scarlett, all loaned out, right, for development purposes. Then we need to offload Ndombele, who no one's going to buy. We want Lo Celso, obviously we'll get money on him. Harry Winks, yeah, we might get a few bob on him. Sanchez and Royale, I'd preferably like to see them both gone. Lucas Moura, I know this will annoy Scotty, but I'll actually keep him on board. Bergwijn, I'd be selling him to cash in. So like there's so much business to be done. Like you're talking about 7-8 players out, including, and I include the youth players and that with the loan deals, and then all those replacement players to come in. This is not going to be a good transfer window, in my opinion. I know we've done okay so far, but sorry, Danny.
Everybody in the chat, everybody in the panel. If nobody wants to sign Ndombele, honestly, for me, I would be at the point where I rip his contract in half and I terminate his contract. Would everybody do the same?
I agree with you, Dan. I totally agree with you.
Levy won't do that because if as the boss, if you terminate a contract, you will still have to pay him. So Levy will do a Danny Rose.
You still have to pay him the 10 million.
Conte in charge. Conte will say, "I need him out of the squad."
It's not Conte's money,
out of the squad. Yeah.
No, I agree with you.
Have you seen
his
guys? Have you seen his video where he's training?
Yeah, good PR. Hopefully, some potential buyer will look at that and think, "Yeah, man."
How many years old is that?
Come on, put it out. I'll put it out.
Hang on, we saw that last year as well. He put out all those Instagram or whatever it was videos last year. Oh, there we go. Kuva, speak of the devil. He's in the chat.
Kuva, join us. I'll put the link in the chat again.
But we saw that with Ndombele last year, like that he was doing all this pre-season workout. And look at me, I'm toughing up, I'm fit as nails, and and look what we did with him. Loaned them out, got rid of them again. Like the guy has just got bad attitude.
It's just in the matches. Yeah.
By the way, I got so much abuse out of you.
Fantastic.
I got so much stick from day one for giving him stick.
But at the matches, he's shit. Yeah. I know what you mean. You get abused if you beat.
Ellie, is that the official term?
You get abused because some fans still love Ndombele, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm not
for
one
5
of them,
good touches.
But
look at when he loses the ball. He sits on his arse for a minute and a half.
His attitude,
waving his hands at the referee. Like he loses the ball legitimately. Sits down on his arse, looking at the referee, waving his hands about. He's been doing this since the day he joined us, man. Like that's what does my nut in, and that's how I judge a player.
Yeah.
If he loses the ball and bounces back up and gets back, into position, tries to win it back, he's never done that. He's all the ability in the world, and that's what makes it even worse. That's what makes it more frustrating.
When it comes to ability, and I've said this before, when it comes to ability, he pisses all over Pogba. He pisses all over.
Oh, for sure, man. But hang on, but the irony of that is even the French team dropped him and kept Pogba in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Pogba is probably
kept Sissoko
up on effort. That's
They
the
kept
only
got-
reason.
That's true.
They kept Sissoko over him.
Dan, you put
Do you know what I
Sissoko's
mean?
work rate, put his
It's
quality
because
to
it's
one side.
different players, Dan.
You put Sissoko's work rate into Ndembele. I'll
Mm.
tell you what, you got a player and a half.
Yeah,
Mm.
I know.
You'd have a machine.
Right, Steph.
Hey.
Hey, Kuva.
Hey, Kuva.
Big up, everyone. Oh, Aussie Spur, good to see you on stream, mate.
Absolutely, mate. How are you?
Loving your little
Yeah.
clips every now and then on some of the chats.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah.
mate. Yeah.
Kuva, he's got his own YouTube channel now. You
subscribed.
better subscribe to it.
I've
Yeah.
seen
Yeah,
Absolutely.
look
I
already.
subscribed.
Yeah.
Ozzy,
Oh, thanks,
Marty,
guys.
give it a week or so, and Kuva will be stalking you like he stalks all of us.
Oh, that's all right, mate.
He will.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it.
He'll be your guest host.
Oh, mate, bring it on. Bring it on. More than happy.
Bring it on.
Yeah. But Kuva,
Gary
yeah,
Mabbott, what a great player.
yeah.
Oh, Ellie, honestly, I'm
Oh
still
my God, Bobby, I was crying, man.
even Kuva was
I
stated he
was
was getting
sobbing.
emotional.
That's why I didn't come on.
What a legend!
What
I'll
happened?
still not stop smiling. Sorry, Dan.
What happened?
Well, I was having a poo, and
That was
Gary
it.
Mabbott-
That did me.
that was it. Yeah, and Gary Mabbott called me,
Yeah.
and and he goes,
You were having an Arsenal.
yeah, I see, yeah, and I was having a stream of a different one, and then we sat chatting for about 15-20 minutes, and then I go, look, I really appreciate if you come on my show one day to speak about the NHS and Spurs, and he goes, well, get it ready and see you in 10 minutes. And within 10 minutes, I had to do the thumbnail, tweet it out, WhatsApp everyone, and no questions were prepped or anything. I just went in blind, and the true gent he is gave me half an hour of his, or 40 minutes of his life while he's on holiday, by the way.
Oh,
Absolutely
yeah.
great. What a legend. You look at him from afar and you think, yeah, he seems like a true gent. He is a legend. But then you speak to him, yeah, I think that's undervalued.
Do you know that 45 minutes, Bobby? It was like he was on there for 5 hours.
I know, man.
Do you know, that's what effect he had on all of us.
Yeah.
And you done really well, Bobby. Well
Oh,
done.
cheers. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
I was bricking it. I'm glad I spoke to him beforehand on the phone.
I don't blame you.
Apparently, he was bricking it before the call given.
I was
came.
bricking it. I was literally bricking it. Yeah, I'm glad I got like 15-20 minutes on the phone.
Yeah, Dan, as you guys say, dropping 2 off at the pool.
That's it. Yeah.
That's what's known as literally getting caught with your pants down.
That's it. Yeah. So I'm going from speaking about Gary Mabbott to shitting.
Yeah.
What was that? But yeah, unbelievable.
No, I think Bob would have been more. Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Man.
Squeeze it out.
Come on, guys. We got Dan THFC on the show. Come on.
He's loving it.
He's all right.
Can't wait to go to school and tell my
He's done a few things in his life.
He's taking notes. He's going to use those same jokes in his next show.
No, guys, it's good that Gary Mabbott doesn't know about persuasion. So
you know what the funniest thing is? You know what the funniest thing is? You know what the funniest thing is? Every time I'm on a show and somebody says like a curse word, everybody's like, "Oh, we got Dan on the panel," and then I go on and I do my live match reactions, and when Tottenham concede.
All of them.
Yeah, and some of your memes as well.
Oh dear.
He looks he looks like an angel, but he's got a little.
He's swearing like a pirate from Bristol, mate. You know, back 200 years ago.
That Brighton game when we lost 1-0.
Aaron Kuva.
You
know what I'm thinking?
I broke my
you know
mic.
what I'm thinking? Aaron Kuva. You know what I'm thinking?
Yeah,
Saturday
probably.
night.
No.
Aaron's like, no.
I'm a moderator on that show, man.
Eugene, King Arthur, speak to Dan.
Dan, you sending out expletives in that game, were you? Were you swearing?
Oh yeah.
In what?
Brighton game.
In the Brighton game.
Oh yeah.
Well, listen, I was there.
No.
And I was doing this.
I'm gonna put the link to the video. Of my reaction to that goal. I grabbed my pillow. I broke my microphone. I was sitting down on my bed considering the point of supporting Spurs. Like the things that happen in my head when Tottenham concede a goal. It is the funniest things ever, man.
I thought you were going to say I thought he was going to say he was sitting down on his bed playing wankety wank, but sorry, bad timing. It's too early in the afternoon for that one. Sorry, guys.
Things are bad.
He's in the right room though.
Yeah, you know things that have gone too far when a video has a kid's warning on there, and the video is made by a kid. That's,
Aaron, no, lads, let's get the. No.
Aaron.
No, Aaron. I know what you're going to say. No.
You got.
I'm not going. I'm going to say, please, let's not go here.
Aaron,
Doggerman might be watching. Come on, we got to keep it respectable.
I don't even want to say, oh yeah, to that.
No.
No. Oh no.
Sorry, Eugene.
Anyway, Dan. Anyway, don't worry, mate. I've already told my children they're not allowed to swear unless it's football related, and then it's fine.
No, when
you think that's a joke? Cooper was sat there the other day, and he had one of his young kids come through the door. And,
hang on, I could get him to do it.
No. Yeah. And he come through the door, all like innocent face and everything. And Cooper's like, "You got something to say to these? Like these Spurs fans?" And this young, innocent-looking face, obviously not experienced life yet, turns to the camera and goes, "Chelsea wankers," and then walks off.
Well, that's acceptable. That's acceptable. That's all right. Yeah.
A little tear.
Then reaction to the Brighton game is in the live chat. Everybody go and check it out.
Memories.
I wish I would have recorded that Man City game because my dad wasn't even in the house. Nobody was in the house. I could swear the life out of me. When they got that penalty, I was here.
When your dad saw the video, he would swear the life out of you.
Well, the 3-2.
Yeah, but I didn't record. I didn't record that live reaction.
Yeah.
Dan, if ever you get caught swearing, just say you've been studying Oscar Wilde, one of the greatest writers of all time, and a famous quote from him is that there is no such thing as bad language, only good language used badly.
Guys.
And you're off the hook, mate. You're off the hook.
Just a quickie.
He never played
Sorry, Ellie.
No, it's all right. Just a quickie. Mark Cousins just rang me because I rang him about 50 times. He was at work and I told him about Gary Mabbutt's show.
Oh man, I'm gutted him.
Oh, he'll be heartbroken, man.
Said, oh my God. He said, thank you, Bobby, for getting him on. He told me to tell you thank you.
So glad he missed out. I'll tell you what.
I told him the story behind it as well.
Clean underpants inside.
Yeah. Did you start playing a Wurzel song after that?
I like Mark's grumpy cousins.
Dan, you speak of that 3-2 game. It was the first game I watched coming out of the coma. Was a 3-2. So I come out of coma and I was still like obviously well under, and put Man City Spurs on, and obviously I couldn't even speak. But when we got that third goal, that's all I could do. I had about 3 nurses coming. 3 nurses and 3 nurses. Because you're right. I'm like, yeah, Spurs just scored.
Go on, Harry.
If you died there, Bobby, you would have died a happy man.
I wouldn't have got to meet Gary Mabbutt though, so probably not.
The definition of TTID.
You know what the thing is with that game though? Is the whole game when we scored that first goal, when we were fighting for the game, I was telling my aunt, because she was sitting in the other room, I was telling her, I don't even care if we lose at this point. This is what I've wanted to see from Tottenham for years. A fight and desire to win a game.
Yeah.
And I was seeing it. When we conceded that penalty, I was there like punching my bed, and then my aunt comes in and says, I thought you didn't care if you didn't win the game. And then I'm talking to her, and then I take a quick look at the TV, Bentancur plays Kulusevski. Kulusevski crosses the ball and Kane heads it in. And I was laying down on my bed and I just sprang up. My head hit the roof.
Okay, Aaron, that was too much information.
I went out of my room and I threw myself down the stairs. That was an insane game. That I wish I would have recorded that reaction. Man.
I've been waiting for years for a sweet left foot from Kulu. Oh my God, that boy can cross a ball, can't he?
Yeah.
And he's
But
so
the thing about
intelligent,
defending-
the way he picks out his player.
Yeah, the thing about Kulu is he's so unpredictable. He could cut inside and shoot. He can go down the line and cross it. So hard to defend.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But I gotta
He's like Kevin De Bruyne in a way, but without he lacks a little bit of pace that De Bruyne's got, but he's just got a sweet left foot like De Bruyne. Brilliant.
Martin, what's your ideal UK kickoff time for you out there?
Oh, if you have a midday game, we can get that at well, depending what time of year. I think when there's the 9-hour difference and you have a midday game, that's 9 o'clock at night here. But normally they're 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. So, and if it's a Sunday morning, well, Monday morning, that just wrecks your week because you get up at 2:30 or you haven't been out of sleep, and you go and get a 1-1 draw at Brighton or a 0-0 at Burnley or something like that, and then it's 4:30, 5 o'clock, and you think, I got to get ready to go to work. That's just the longest week. It's just terrible. But you get a win, doesn't matter. You're elated. Off you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
How many games do you tend to catch? You try and catch all of them, or?
I see every game. Yeah, every game. They're all on the pay TV, so they got like so many different channels, so we can flick between them. And one of the channels actually has a championship game on earlier, so I normally watch that first, and then I pray we're not the last game on the day, because then you got to sit through a whole heap of other crap, but we do it. And the latest it can be, we can get 5-6 o'clock games in the morning if they're the cup games, the Carabao Cup or whatever, like their evening over there. They're normally 6-7 in the morning.
Manila's like a football coverage desert. You need to be at a sports bar or you're stuck with like.
I think the good thing about this season is it, James, that we will be playing quite a few games on a Saturday, because obviously we play on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, and there's another team who will be playing on a fucking Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, what a night.
Oh, I love that song.
Hey, Marty. They're
I
also
wanted that
relatively
alarm to
new
wake
to
up.
European football, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. The novices.
No, there was a meme that's to saying that Gabriel Jesus has retired from Champions League football because he's gone for Arsenal.
Yeah.
What a joke of a football player that team is. Man.
No, but guys, is that confirmed yet?
They are laughing at us for buying a player that would have been a backup for us, and now he's your star player. All the attention of Gabriel Jesus. If he would have signed for Tottenham, he would have been on the bench. That team, that club celebrates getting likes on a Twitter post. They are absolutely joke of a
That's
football
it,
club.
Dan.
I would have one plus point for signing Gabriel. Being a church boy, I'd be able to put Jesus on the back of my shirt.
Hallelujah.
Jamie, I love your flag. Your flag is wicked.
Yeah, it's a
lovely.
JPEG. It's a JPEG.
Too bad it's fake.
Somewhere.
Speaking of Arsenal transfers, do we know if Chelsea are definitely going to get Rafinha? Because it's funny if they do.
But if
Nothing's
they do, I'll be
definite until
laughing.
it's signed, man.
That's the
Come
noise
on.
going
I actually
out.
hate Arsenal more than Chelsea.
Yeah,
These Arsenal fans, you tell them something logical, like if Jesus would have signed for us, he would have been a backup, and then they say, "War a trophy."
Yeah, and they didn't want Basuma as well.
And then I
did
throw
they?
my phone out the window.
With your analogy, Jamie, I really hope we go for that certain German player, Kuntz.
That's who. That's who Arsenal should sign.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say what player's called Fritzl.
Was it Austria who had a player called Janker?
Yeah.
Carsten Janker.
You could have invited him on Janker the Yank.
He was Dutch. I think he was Dutch, Ellie. I think he was Dutch. Carsten Janker.
Is he Dutch? Oh, right.
I think
Okay.
so. He used to 6'7" bloke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kim mentions that second division Spanish
Big
team.
wanker. Yeah.
Two things on those transfers.
We had a few
though.
big wankers as well at Spurs.
Absolutely. Two things on those transfers, though.
Okay,
If
Dan,
Rafinha is
can
going
of worms has been opened.
sorry, if Rafinha is going to Chelsea,
I'm bringing.
Does everyone remember the Does everyone remember the Arsenal fan on the AFTV going Bissouma?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was probably Ty.
If Rafinha goes to Chelsea,
No,
we
no,
could do
no.
a follow-up song, can't we? Like Rafinha, you know he doesn't mean ya.
What was you going to say, Arthur?
When you said about wankers, I was going to say Cundy, Calderwood.
Calderwood?
Darren Ben.
Darren Ben. Oh, come on. This isn't Saturday night on Bob's stream, guys. Come on.
On Bob's stream.
Dan, this is a question.
The milder version of it.
I gotta go, Dan.
Yeah.
Before you go, Dan, have you watched any of my Saturday night shows?
No, don't.
Yeah, I've watched
don't encourage.
It's the PG version he's got to watch.
I'm going to have to do the PG version.
PG version?
Yeah, the PG version.
Yeah, PG.
Don't change a thing.
I could be the moderator. But you know what I'm like.
Big up, Dan.
But I gotta go, guys.
Big up, Dan.
Cheers, Dan. Apologies, man.
Dan, the great Spurs fan.
Marty from Aussie Spurs is wondering what the Saturday night show is about.
Marty, just come on. Just come on. Don't tell him. Just come on, Marty.
It's a PG show, meaning parent guidance.
Yeah.
I've seen some.
Have you seen some? Oh, okay.
Guys.
Watch a lot.
Dan, what about your shows? Are you doing shows or anything that we can big up at the moment? Are you doing like
I'm doing the shows streams? I'm doing the shows on Saturday now. Because I have stuff to do on Monday. It's literally that simple.
But,
I'll see you Saturday night, mate.
Ellie, come on.
Dan, do your shows at the same time as Bob, so the rest of us don't have to be, assaulted by Bob.
Dan's doing a segment called Way Too Hot for TV.
No, he'll get the three Spurs boys and the rest of the kids to do the show and what's Bob's time showing. That's it, right? So they won't be able to watch Bob's show. Okay.
Bobby Kay was on last week, and I felt guilty to him because he had the two kids on the wall behind him.
Dan's on that boundary. He's halfway between Nickelodeon and MTV. So
no. Halfway between Nickelodeon and Pornhub. That's where the.
Oh my God! Dan, just watch the new Star Wars. Just watch the new Obi-Wan series.
I'll be going to watch the Minions today. I'll be going to watch the Minions today.
Aaron, that's a good series.
I loved it. Yeah.
I'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
And tune in next time when we corrupt Dan some more.
On Spurs TV.
All I'm saying, Bob, is combining Nickelodeon and Pornhub.
Bob Spurs the main tutor.
No. Look, I don't think Bobby K is watching this anymore. If not, he will never let his boys do our show.
Well, hang on. At least it's Spurs waging, and it's 11 p.m. in Malaysia and Philippines. So we're past the 9 p.m. mark. So
what time's it now? What time's it now, Marty? 2 a.m.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
What
day is it? Yeah. Thursday, and we still haven't signed anyone on a Thursday. So don't worry about it. It's fine.
You've just entered inauguration day because in Manila. Thursday, they're inaugurating the new president.
So, really? That's Marcos's granddaughter, is it?
No, Marcus's son. But I'm not gonna say anything about it because happy wife, happy life. So
okay. Okay. But she's also. I don't want to get into politics, but it's also the stooge of Duterte, right?
No, we can't. I can't. Yeah, no. No, the vice president is Duterte's daughter.
Yeah, and the president is
Marcos's. Yeah. No, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, nothing corrupt about that at all. No, it's all perfectly normal.
You've been in Southeast Asia. It's always been like that. So,
dude, my daughter is half Filipina, and
we're used to it. So
the opinions here are very polarized. It's a bit like Marmite. It's either love or hate. So.
Is that like
Vegemite, as they say in Murdy's land? Yeah,
absolutely.
Vegemite.
So what's the long and the
yeast extract?
So what's the long and the short of it? What's the long and the short?
All right, okay, guys. Usually my midweek shows doesn't go too long, but we're really reaching the 2-hour mark.
You can't say that in the Philippines. You might
because I've not done the show for so long, so I'm putting it to about 2 hours today. But before we end the stream, I think Ellie's battery is going to end soon. I'll go around.
We're talking about the cell phone.
My phone's been overheating since Cuba came on. It always happens, man. I don't know why it always gets so hot and starts vibrating.
Yeah. But guys, we can continue this chat in the back room after this. We'll go around and let everyone have a say about their channel. Marty, when is your next show?
We'll be editing today, later on today. So Thursday, which will be probably about Thursday afternoon in England time. So there's one a week that comes out, and we've got a whole heap of interviews lined up over the next 2-3 months at the moment. So lots more podcasters, YouTube channel guys, and plenty of supporters from around the world that we chat to, see what it's like supporting Tottenham around the world, and got some great stories coming up. So thanks for the invitation. Really loved it. And don't forget to subscribe and look after us down here in Down Underland.
I'm just checking the subscribers you got, because I know we bumped your numbers up a bit.
You did.
Yeah, you're up to 52 now. So
wow, not bad for a brand newie.
Yeah.
Loving it.
Are you doing any live shows, Marty, or just doing pre-recorded shows?
Oh, we will do during the season. Yeah, we thought we'll build up a bit just to get people to know who we are, and because I love jumping on these. I've done these for quite some time, but we'll definitely do some during the season. But we'll establish our fan base first. Mm-hmm. That's what I've heard you got to do anyway.
How about the Bobby show? You have time on Saturday to do Wackety Wank with him?
Oh, right, absolutely.
Yeah, he'll bump you up real high. Yeah, and then he'll bring
being from Australia, he probably got a filthy mind, mate. So yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
You're so stereotypical, Bob.
I've noticed my humor's been corrupted the longer I spend on each of these broadcasts. I'm waiting.
Don't know what you possibly could be talking about. No idea.
Jamie works for the church. I mean, let's not forget that.
There's thunderstorms tonight. I'm waiting for one of the lightning bolts to hit me. So,
but guys, because we do have.
Thank you, Aaron.
Australian following. We got Derek Hutchinson, John Patrick, Bryce, Shane Black. All these guys are from Australia. Yeah. William Kelly, the Oracle. Yeah, William Kelly, the Oracle. These are all the guys. We'll try to link it up. Bobby, if you have a chance, try to link him up with Marty.
There's a few Kiwis as well, Shamu and a couple of others.
So there's a few Kiwis. What about some kumquats?
I can think of it. Your pardon.
I'm talking tropical fruits.
Yeah, and you smell like durian, brother.
Yeah, I love you.
Yeah, Saturday nights if you're available. Marty, I love you on, and everyone's welcome. Always try and get 2 or 3 new people on. Get Dad. Dad normally goes to sleep about 15 minutes in, but I will try. But yeah, normally first 15, 20 minutes is about football, then it becomes a shit show. But I just want to just want to say about Kuva, he is like Marmite. You either hate him or want to spread him on toast.
Right.
That's not an image I want in my head going to sleep.
Maybe not yet.
Give it time.
Early days.
Just use a bit of butter and it's creamy.
Okay, I think we're going to Last Tango in Paris territory. So
he even showed you the finger. Cooper. What finger injuries?
Bobby, your NHS thing, when are you going to...
it's going on. I'm going to finish it off on Saturday night. Oh, yeah. Going to finish, going to end it on the Saturday night show, see what we can get to. We're on 221-236 at the moment. That whatever we get to will get doubled by a bunch of trustees. And so onwards and upwards. Hopefully Gary Mabbott's appearance will help. Well, I'm sure it will. But the fact he spoke so glowingly about the NHS and how we've taken it for granted. And you know what? If you don't mind, Eugene, it'll only be a couple of minutes, but I want to know what the health service is like in Australia. We had a lot of Americans on during the 24-hour stream we did, and Malaysia as well. What's it like in Oz, mate?
Yeah, it's there's no complaints here. We've got a good Medicare system, so it's freely available. It's certainly come a long way. Probably, well, I've been at it for 40 years. Probably the last 20 years, it's really come on a long way. So we've got some great research facilities now. All the universities really delve into the research a lot. The hospitals are massive. Even our local hospitals probably doubled in size since we've been living here. Wow. So there's definitely no complaints here. We're really lucky, really fortunate with the system that we got.
Brilliant, absolutely. And
I think, Bobby, you know why? Because we follow the British colonial system, so that system follows us down.
Of course,
Free healthcare is more or less the most important thing that the government gives out there at the moment.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
But a lot of privatization is going on as well too.
I'll just add to that. When I lived in Australia, the first year I was on a working holiday visa. I was able to extend for a year, and then I had to go onto a student visa. So I studied social welfare and community welfare for 2 years. Part of that was that I had to pay $600 a year. I broke my wrist playing football, and I got it pinned and fixed, and I only had to pay like a very small fee of $100 in a beautiful private clinic in Melbourne. So that was my only experience of a hospital in Melbourne, but I have to say that it was top class services. I know it was only a broken wrist, it wasn't anything serious, but I was in and out, it was done, and really good care. So I was very impressed with the healthcare in Australia from my brief experience.
Amazing. And Cooper was on stream when Tim Lennon was on. Just last thing, sorry. And I think it is you come to realize how much NHS is important in the UK. When Tim Lennon asked, he goes, Bob, because I was in hospital for nearly 4 months, and he goes, Bob, how much did you have to pay for your stay at the hospital? I go, nothing. If anything, towards the end, I had the dinner lady or the nurse. They were giving you money to leave. Yeah, they were giving me money to leave. They were actually going to the restaurant and buying me hot baguettes, hot sandwiches for my breakfast because I wouldn't eat any cereal. So they were paying out their own pocket to bring me up hot breakfast every morning.
Cool. That's really cool.
And that's, you get to know nurses and doctors, so it cost me nothing. Absolutely. And then he turned around and said, that same situation, if we were in an American hospital for the same length of time and the same treatment, you would have had a bill of nearly over $1 million.
It's frightening, mate. It's I watch MSNBC. I stream it direct from America, and it's all. I mean, the adverts is what scare me. It's all about you need this, you need that, you have to buy this insurance, buy this pill, buy that pill, and it's frightening.
In America, it's all because of the insurance company. Everything goes to insurance. If you don't have
and the pharmaceutical companies, mate. I mean, you look at the opioid crisis and shit like that.
It's the same in the Philippines. Even unless you're really well off, everyone is petrified of getting sick. So
crazy, isn't it, Jane? Crazy.
You got American system over that side because you were partly colonized by America. So sorry for you to say that.
Unbelievable.
But of course, after all the donations and all the things have been done, I'm sure that you're going to do a stream on.
Kim's going to be the camera woman. That's the only bit I'm dreading because I've seen her take.
Does that mean she's on camera or
no? She will be. She'll be filming it, and I've seen her take photos, mate.
Sorry, sorry, Arthur. I'm joking. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Bob, get one of those.
Listen, Aaron, You ever heard of invasive photography?
Yeah.
Is that a reverse camera? Arthur, you're sneaky.
That's a reverse camera.
Yeah, Bob,
we'll be streaming from the hospital and try and get as many of the trustees over. Hopefully, some of the YouTube guys, and try and bring Smile to as many nurses as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, Volant, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Kim, slap Bob. He's going to chat the nurses.
Is this going to be on Wankety Wank, Bob?
the unedited version, maybe.
More like Spankety Spank.
And of course,
no.
where do we find you nowadays, Hoover?
Well, can you find me? Well, obviously, Bob Spurs on Saturday night because it's just unmissable. It's the cutting edge football program for all you need to know of entertainment. Otherwise, just about everywhere. I mean, like today, I wasn't planning on coming on here. Got invited. Why not? I do like the channel, so yeah, always happy to go on people's channels when I like the hosts. Otherwise, just
so many,
around the community.
So many YouTubers out there thinking, that's why Coover doesn't come on my channel. He fucking hates me.
Right. You scum, you lot.
Yeah.
Why does Coover come on channels?
Now.
I haven't seen that, and I don't want to.
Yeah, you have.
We know.
Just didn't notice. That isn't always like just a hand.
That's just a foretaste of the program.
Anyway, otherwise, I'm all for just giving a big up to all the smaller channels out there, like making their way. If you see somebody's content, you like it, just give them a little subscribe because it helps them come along. The likes of Aussie Spur, I've only watched one episode of your stuff so far, mate. But you were giving an interview to an Arsenal fan, and it was really nice bit of banter.
I call it waterboarding.
Yep. It's just a nice reminder that you can have a bit of banter, a bit of fun with fans from other teams. And it doesn't have to be all serious.
Yeah, 12-volt battery and 2 clamps.
I think we're before you go on.
Is Jamie? Is that attached to the genitalia?
I don't know. I'm not going to.
And once again, let's remember, Jamie works for the church.
I like the way Arthur. Every time he speaks, he needs to go like this.
Arthur, you're ruder than Bob, man. I didn't think that was possible.
Why do you think he's banned from Wankety Wank?
I think he's the missing third part of Hale and Pace's The Management.
Hale and Pace, man.
Fair, when you get to a certain age, you just don't care what the consequences are. I think that age at 25.
Yeah, I think.
In a word, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, but it's so funny.
Yeah, but that's also age-related.
It is. Yeah,
true. You just need some Imodium.
Everyone between the age of Imodium. But people between the age of 20 and 25 now, they're so easily offended. You know, it's like, oh, you can't say that. Well, I just fucking did. What are you going to do about it, man?
Was it called the snowflake generation?
Yeah. And Bobby, you forgot to make me your sponsors video, right?
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
You'll do that next time. Yeah, next time I'll do that. Right? I will only put that sponsor video up when we're all Spurs fans together, not with the mixture of other clubs, because you won't understand what's happening. You understand? But my shows, I like to bring on other clubs and fans to talk about things and all that. But of course, Arthur, I haven't seen you in a long time. Haven't had a chat with you in a long time. Spursvasion has been on and off, me being busy and all that. It's good to see you. Right, but I've not actually seen you gone on any channels lately, right? Even Mari's on leave at the moment.
Yeah, he's on the run, isn't he? He's on the run.
Mari's on the run.
Mari's organising, a little bit of from here to there, from Mexico to Brazil, via fucking Colombia, back to Miami, and
we'll have to call him Mari the Mule.
Aaron, you're talking about Loverboy.
Hey, he ain't just making love, mate. He's making money.
I don't know.
He can probably libel us for that.
That's all right. Don't worry. I always tease Marty about that one.
But Arthur, yeah, good seeing you. Have you been a part of being on Bobby's channel? Anybody else's channel?
No, I'm trying to avoid it because he's banned me.
Really? I'm thinking about it. Do you really think I could say some of the shit that I say with my partner's dad on stream?
I know, that's what makes it so
It depends on what mood he's in. Sometimes he might encourage you.
It's not happening.
Not happening.
Yeah. I'll see you Saturday.
No. See you Saturday.
I actually cringe sometimes, Bob. Oh.
Yeah. We're missing one member of the crew. We're missing Wifey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was here, but she's in the kitchen.
Thank God for that.
I'll tell her what you said.
Yeah. And Aaron,
I tell you, I'm happy he's not here. Gogamo, because whenever Gogo's here, I behave like an angel. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So,
Absolutely. I think she's busy nowadays with work and all that. So she was in the stream earlier. I think Gogo was on a date or something.
Well, it looked like she was on a date with Aaron earlier.
No. Myself and her just because we got Korean family. Obviously, she's Korean. I have Korean nephews, and I live there. So, but she's so polite that whenever she's here, I behave myself. When she's not here, I turn into Bob Junior.
Maybe that needs to be your mentality. Just think, Gogomar's always watching.
Come on, guys. I'll ask you a question. Do you think that Aaron could ever behave himself?
Well, he's already said it. If Gogomar's around, so we need to have a picture of her on the live stream all the time.
Oh,
so
yes, please. Yes, please.
No, come on.
Don't know what she looks like.
Arthur, I'm not as bad as Bob, mate. I'm not as bad as Bob. So come on, man.
Aaron, thank God for that.
Yeah. Bob's the only one that has a Kleenex scale. So.
Oh, Jesus, Jamie, you work for the church.
No, I said Kleenex. I didn't go beyond that.
Listen, guys, Bob's the only one here who's got a permanent contract with Kleenex.
Okay.
Well, of course, Aaron, haven't seen you some time. Haven't had a chat with you. Hope you're doing well. When you coming out to Asia, Aaron?
I'm hoping to go in August. But okay. I'm not sure if it'll be to Philippines or Japan yet. So until then, I will be, as usual, annoying Will Stewart using both hyperbole and litotes, exaggeration for effect and understatement for effect, and winding him up with a lack of stats and factual information.
Yeah, Arthur, use the force. It'll help you in the bathroom.
Oh, don't worry. I go out of my way, to use stupidity to a higher level just to wind up Will. But it's all good fun. So I love going on Will's show. It's always good banter, and Colin talking ball when he's on. I know he's not able to go on so much now, but because I work kind of late hours at night. I do a bit of writing and that, so I get to stay up at night and sleep during the day. So I have the luxury of winding up Will and. It's one of my joys in life is pointing out how statistics are completely incorrect.
I remember you two did a show, right? For the first 2 hours, that in the end it ended just you and Will for the next 4 hours. That's all. And I don't even know.
I do it as a wind up though. I'm deliberately.
Oh my God! And then I get off, drive my way to work, then I switch it back on again. You two guys are still going at it.
Oh yeah.
Because Will can't. If you
stamina, right?
Will said, I love Will, but he's so easy to wind up. I can't resist. He's such a lovely guy, and he's so intelligent. and he's so he's brilliant, and he's always right with the statistics, by the way. But I just love coming out with dumb comments.
And he gave a good bunch of us our start on YouTube. So
yeah.
Oh, well, that's cool to know. Yeah.
He was trying to big up his argument that you have an advantage in football if you're tall. Though the other day with
oh yeah, that was another story. Oh dear,
I was having none of that.
Cuba, myself, you, and Ellie were popping off and saying, "No, we want the smaller players."
Yeah,
but wasn't that a I mean, if we all had to go on and say, "Yeah, big tall players are great," it would have been boring.
High population of a country to define how good the sportmen are. I was saying,
Naeem, Aussie Idealists.
Oh,
it's Maradona.
Send him over the edge next time and say you reckon Raheem Sterling and Defoe would make a good centre back pairing. See what he says.
Oh damn! I wish I had thought of that one, man.
Oh yeah. Give him more ideas.
Yeah, I've already got an argument formulating now. They're forwards, so they can anticipate what the other forwards are going to do.
There you go.
Yeah, they got the acceleration to get there quicker.
There you go.
It's all about positioning, not height.
Defoe and Sterling can stand on each other's shoulders so they can see what's happening at the front of the game.
Or if they could both playing goals, they could both be goalkeepers.
Will the world watch a show called Shaolin Soccer?
That was a film.
I used to study Shaolin Kempo, which was a combined Chinese and Japanese martial art.
No, guys, go and watch a show, right, called Shaolin.
I've seen it. I've seen the movie, man. I've seen the movie.
Yeah. It'll blow your mind.
No, yeah, but it was all special effects, like fireballs.
Showering secret. There's a reason why.
In fact, Bob's on the first episode.
Yeah, I'm on
He just got off the toilet at that time to carry him up.
Jesus.
All right, guys. I'm going to put you in the back room for a while Jamie and I do those things.
Right. I'm not going to hang around for the back room because, like I said, my phone is overheating because Cuva's so hot and it's vibrating. But a pleasure, Eugene, Jamie, Marty, Cuva, you're bollocks. Bobby, I love you. Arthur, pleasure to be on again.
You can feel the love.
Yeah. You're all a bunch of wankers, and great to be on. Piss off, boys. See ya.
Right, or you can continue this in the back room while it's not being recorded live. And someone might hold it against us later.
Oh, come on!
Oh dear. Right, good. All right, Jamie. I think there's 2 more viewers left, but we'll just say our goodbyes to the guys who was on the chat.
I have to go and do payments now.
Yeah, Cuba, of course, was here. Toxic Headshot. Right, who else is around? Jamie Pretty, Lay Richards. Is Lay Richards your friend? Right, because Aaron was on.
No, he's been on our chat a few times.
Oh, that's good.
Making comments.
And of course we have Carl Simpson. Right, who else do we have? Scott M. Oh, Football Capital. Yeah, Football Capital. I think he's an Aussie guy supporting Marty.
We had Gugama earlier.
Guguma earlier. Who else do we have? Chris Agamba. We got the Chris Agamba. Right. Who else do we have? Guguma.
THFC, who was on and on.
Yeah. Then THFC.
Wayne Bonner. And
of course, Wayne Bonner.
We had one comment earlier from Alexander, who just put steak.
Yep. Alexander Hilton, who just put steak.
And Bobby K.
And Bobby K.
And KR4CH.
And KR4CH. All right, guys, thanks for your support. Right, we have to end this show. It's gone 2 hours. And Ellie, of course, Ellie, the queen. Right.
I think when the season starts, we should start hooking up more with
Marty.
Because similar.
And when the season starts, right, Jamie, you should get the key and run the shows when I'm not free.
Okay.
All right. Okay, guys. Thanks for the support. We'll catch up later. We'll do this in the back room. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Come on, Spurs. Back Conte.